Hello, I'm Mary McNeil with Ascension United Against Substance Abuse Coalition, and we are continuing our series on underage drinking and looking at substance abuse issues in our parish and in the United States. Today our program is kind of centered around a video that I think you'll find quite interesting and thought-provoking and I hope motivating.
This is where we are. A place where parents provide beer to 17-year-olds.
Your second question, once you've explained the first...
Where 9th graders drink rum from Coke bottles during school.
Once again, you're going to look at the force.
And kids take their first drink as young as 9 or 10. A place where alcohol tastes like lemonade. And doing 12 to 15 shots a night is commonplace. When did kids start drinking so aggressively? Where the aim is not to drink, but to get drunk.
College campus erupts in violence. Much of what happened was fueled by alcohol.
20 students arrested Friday night. They were part of a mob.
How did we land here? In this place? How did it get so far away from how you and I remember it? Part of the answer is right outside our door. In an environment that has shifted dramatically over the years. Alcohol seems to be nearly everywhere. Gas stations that once sold only fuel and soda have turned into mini-marts, selling everything from milk and bread to Alco Pops and beer. Local festivals where the focus was on food and family fun have turned to beer tents and alcohol sponsorship. Even parking lots have turned away from their mundane use and are now playing fields for relentless partying. Look around. Pay attention to the environments where drinking takes place and the circumstances where we, the adults, do the drinking. This user-friendly environment that has been created around alcohol may have crept up on us as adults, but to our children and grandchildren, it is simply here. It is not just the environment that has changed over the years. There are disturbing trends in who is drinking. Young women rival their male counterparts in quantity and frequency. And both are starting to drink younger. Many are not even teenagers yet. They're children, starting as young as 6th grade.
My name is Jack.
I'm Olivia.
I'm Trenton, and I'm 12 years old.
And I'm 12 years old, 14 years old.
I was 9 when I first had my first drink, and it was one of my dad's beers.
People and my friend's dad always hung out with my older sister and her friends.
The first time I
drank, I just got dizzy and nauseous, and I puked.
When you're drinking, there's like no limit to what you do. You can have some fun.
We had a contest to see who could drink the most without getting sick, and
we drank stuff that tasted sweet. And
one of my friends got really sick and passed out.
Drinking and going to the park was one of our favorite places to drink.
Just sometimes I'm bored or I have nothing else to do, and
because I thought it was the cool thing to do. You know, my friends were doing it, they were cool.
My mom just thought that I had the flu. That's what I told her. I don't think my parents ever knew because I'd always just stay over at friends' houses.
My parents never even knew.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good to see all of you today. Our assignment for today is on
The impact of starting this young takes a toll on developing brains, where learning and memory are at their peak. Alcohol impairs the part of the brain that takes new memories and locks them into long-term storage. It damages the frontal lobe of the brain, the area that undergoes the most change during adolescence.
At school, everybody's
And these
doing it.
children who start to drink before age 15
I got that out of there too.
are 4 times as likely to end up alcohol dependent
I'd just sleep over at my friend's house.
than if they had waited until the legal age of 21.
We started out with beers and then moved up to liquor, like hard liquor, gin.
Usually older guy standing outside, maybe a bum or something, and just give him a couple bucks. He'd hit in there and get us whatever we asked for.
I'd start fights. When I'd get drunk, I'd get really mad over really dumb
And
stuff.
I don't remember what I was like. I would black out and not remember the whole night.
I was the life of the party. I'd meet a lot of guys. It just...
And then the ambulances came and the cops were called and they ended up taking him to the hospital and he died that night in the hospital.
One night, my mom found me passed out on the bathroom floor.
Get to know those guys. I'd be drunk and, they'd kind of take advantage of me.
I'm only 17 and I've been arrested like 3 times.
There's one consistent message heard from all youth who drink. In an environment that offers alcohol on nearly every corner, it is far too easy to get. An older friend, brother, or sister will buy. It gets pilfered from mom and dad's well-stocked refrigerator. And sometimes, even a parent will provide. Rationalizing that it is safer to buy and take the car keys. Our kids learn from the people and the environment around them. What they see and hear makes drinking seem casual, innocent, even expected. How can they know better, behave more responsibly, if their world tells them over and over, it's okay, it's the way it's done?
911, where's your emergency?
Need to get an ambulance. We got a guy who's passed out. He drank way too much. We found him this morning.
Okay.
A bunch of them were all drinking.
Okay, is he breathing?
I don't know. He's not waking up.
I do have some help on the way, okay?
Thank you.
How old do you think he is?
Maybe 18, 19. Looks like he's breathing very much at all. Looks like it at all. Wake up.
But there is hope. There is a new story being told in communities by people who looked at the landscape and said, enough. Enough advertising to our youth. Enough underage sales. Enough alcohol stores on my block.
After a while, you know you have to do something.
And you just sit there and shake your head and think, yeah, you do, don't you? Let's do something. I'll help you.
It just takes someone to start.
Yeah, the police have to take on the property because this is Martin's street. And his daughter's living and he hired.
Unbelievable. In my 25 years of experience, I've never seen people grab onto something and then be able to move it forward from a grassroots level.
These are our streets. We walk around these problems on the sidewalk and in the doorways, shake our head and say, somebody's got to do something about that. That's baloney. Get mad. Get off the couch.
We need to see drinking to get intoxicated, drinking fast and drinking hard becomes something that's viewed as a vice and socially unacceptable among young people instead of something that's a challenge or something that's fun or something that's absolutely necessary to be accepted. I know that it can turn around. We have to keep at it, and we have to keep working at it, and we can't give up our faith that we really can affect change.
We're working with the council members, with politicians, so that they stop allowing more alcohol licenses coming into our city and access to alcohol for our youth.
Whoever you are, wherever you live, start changing things. Start to take this place back.
Someday, yeah, we'll put it together and we'll get it all done. Someday, when your head is much lighter. Someday, yeah, we'll walk in the rays of a beautiful song. Someday, when the world is much brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, things will be brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, things will get brighter.
I'm here with a group from some of the different schools and in our community to view that particular program. We have looked at the video and we're going to be looking at some questions and thoughts that came out of that. You know, drinking has greatly changed among our youth in the last 20 or 25 years. The availability, the variety of products, and the places that they can access it with locations and time are all just much increased, and that's had effect on us. I'd like to open up with just a very general question and wonder, what was your overall impression of the video? What was your reaction?
My reaction was wow. I don't think about it, but looking at the video, I became aware of just how much alcohol is advertised, how much our young people are being exposed to alcohol and made to think that, hey, it's okay to drink this, it's fun, without being aware of the responsibility that comes along with it or any tragedy that might happen as a result of underage drinking.
Okay, for adults, along that same line, how do you think things have changed since you were a teenager or a kid?
We were discussing earlier, and I said that I didn't grow up here. I grew up in another area. It was a dry county. So we just weren't exposed to alcohol. You couldn't go into a store or a restaurant and purchase alcohol or see anyone consuming alcohol. There weren't alcohol at events. Like they said on the video, any events that we had were really family driven. There'd be food, but no alcohol. So it has greatly changed the availability, and just here's just an expected thing that there will be alcohol at most events. So
I think as we were growing up, it was more of a good guy, bad guy, as in the movies. The guy in the white hat had a certain role that was expected of them, and they did certain things, and then you had the guys in the black hats that was more identifiable, and it was something that was a certain do's and don'ts that were done, and it was portrayed as that. And nowadays, I think that line has been crossed.
Do you think we have a problem with underage drinking in Ascension Parish?
I definitely think that it's a problem, because when I'm at school, I hear a lot of people talking about how on the weekends they're going to get drunk and how they can just get, like in the video, like they were saying, older siblings or cousins or something to purchase it for them.
Do you have classmates, or do you know of other kids around you that are drinking? And if so, how are they getting the alcohol, and is it pretty easy to obtain?
I know quite a few people who drink alcohol. I don't really know how easy it is for them to get it, but I think for some people, I know some people who get like fake IDs because they look mature enough. And some stores in Ascension Parish, they don't even ask for IDs. Like, you can just ask around and they'll tell you which stores to go and you can get them.
I'm not really exposed to it because I'm in middle school right now, but I've heard from my brother, he's had friends that do that, and it sounds pretty bad.
Okay.
And I think that some parents host parties with alcohol so that they're well-meaning and they hope that they can keep an eye on things, but with alcohol, things get out of control quickly, and I think it's a very dangerous mix.
Do the beer and liquor advertisements, whether it's on TV or posters, billboards, or at games, wherever, do they get your attention?
It doesn't really have an impact on me. I just ignore it because I don't really want to drink.
Okay. Do you notice it?
I do, but it doesn't really
Okay.
catch my attention.
Kind of along those same lines, do you see negative consequences or bad effects from drinking?
I've had a friend who has had 2 near-death experiences from drinking, and even though she almost died twice, she still continued to drink. She's not as bad as she was, but I think if that had been me in that situation the first time, I would have stopped. But as far as like affecting students academic-wise, I think definitely, because when you're drinking, you're not as focused as you would be, and you can't really make right decisions or the right choices that you will be if you were sober.
And I think that's where the role of the parent comes in, where you really have to sit down and speak with your children about things that you really don't think might not be that important, but it is important to them, and they need to hear it from you and see you as a role model as to the way you should act and behave in your situations.
Okay, one word. I want you to think about this just a minute. Why do you think our kids are drinking?
Peer pressure.
Okay.
Ease their pain.
To see everybody else doing it.
Not being able to know how to handle time. Nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Trying to look cool and fit in.
What can we as a community do, or as young people do?
I think what we're doing now, and as groups continue to come together and provide awareness of what could happen, what is going on, the reality of teens actually having the access to alcohol, and showing the videos that, you know, like we looked at, to make people understand that this is serious, don't take it lightly.
Well, I think one of the things is role models, and to give kids other things to do. Teach them that they can enjoy their life and what they're doing without alcohol. That you can have a good time, that you can be happy, that you can have fun and be alcohol free. And that's not putting anybody in as a put down or a situation, but yes, you can have fun. Life is good, and you can enjoy things without having to drink. Those adults that drink responsibly, that's fine. That's what their choice that they've made. But as students and children, we need to learn as young people that you can enjoy yourself without alcohol, and then as you get to be an adult, then you have to make a decision on your life as to what type of life you want to live.
Thank you for being here and for responding so graciously. And thank you for joining us today. We hope you'll be back with us for other programs as we continue to look at this problem in our parish.